At the end of today's episode, we will have played 10 matches in the space of 30 days. And provided this goes without a hitch, I think it's fair to say we'll have done fairly well out of those 10 games. Hello there, folks, and welcome to episode 9. Episode 9 already of the first season of our FM20 Bad Save with Liverpool. And today we have two crucial home games. The first one against the Gooners Arsenal, Unai Emery's team, that are currently just a 1 point behind us, but of course we've got a game in hand. Followed by our first match against the Evertonians, the Toffees this year, on New Year's Day at Anfield. But only the one game since we have last seen you guys. That unfortunately was a draw away from home against Bournemouth. Now, it's still the case that we still haven't dropped any points at home. Of course, that could change today, but we still haven't dropped any points at home. But yeah, a draw against Bournemouth. They took the lead fairly early on, 28 minutes in, courtesy of Jefferson Lerma. But Firmino's double made it 2-1 to us. And I thought, yeah, we're going to close this out. Went to counter-attacking football, but Rasmus Falk crushed our hopes and dreams of getting 3 points. And a player of the match performance. And he scored the goal to crush our hopes of getting 3 points. So another 2 drop points there. Really disappointed to see after our loss to Villa early on in the month. But I think what I'm going to do now is just to go for one formation for home and away. The away formation isn't really working. I've gone with a little bit of a different formation for away from home against the smaller teams, which you will see possibly in a few episodes' time, but not quite yet because it's not relevant at the moment. But today we're playing against Arsenal and Everton for the first time this season. Now, the gutting thing is that we have a few suspensions for this game. We've got Oxlade-Chamberlain is absolutely fine. I don't know why I mentioned Oxlade-Chamberlain. Van Dijk is suspended for, I think, just the one game. I think it is just this one game. Yes, it's one match because he picked up too many yellow cards. It's a bit of a killer. And Wijnaldum is also out for the next 3 to 7 days due to pulled ankle ligaments. And of course, Gomez and Klein are still out. So the Premier League, before we start today's episode, looks like this. Man City are ahead on 45 points, Tottenham on 40, ourselves on 36. Of course, we win this game, we will go up to 39 points, 1 point away from Spurs and 6 away from Man City, who lead the league at the moment. But of course, everybody else plays later today. A big match, Tottenham against Leicester. I think that Leicester, if they win that, of course, would be huge. And if we beat Arsenal, of course, Tottenham only 1 point above us with one game in hand. Man City have got West Ham, not the easiest game in the world, but seems that West Ham have been a little bit lacklustre in terms of losses and can't really keep too many draws. Although they have, to be fair, kept United, Arsenal and Leicester, and United and Leicester being away from home. So it'd be fairly nice if it was the same outcome with the match with Man City and West Ham today. Manchester United, that looks like they play tomorrow against Brighton. That should be a fairly easy win. Spurs, as I said, play Leicester, and Chelsea take on Watford. It's a fairly easy win, you'd presume, for them, but it'd be interesting to see how the two Manchester clubs get on in particular, as well as Tottenham. But for this match, playing with a few youngsters, of course, it's been a hectic schedule, and we're just having to try to make sure that a few of our players are just a little bit cooler and their fitness comes back a little bit in terms of just having a little bit of a break. So Herbie Kane is the big starter at right back, as I've said before. Van Dijk's out, so Lovren and Matip, the only two choices at centre back, with Milner fitting at left back. We've got Robertson actually needs a rest. You can't see that because my webcam is there, so I'll just pop Robertson up there for a second. As you can see, he needs a rest. He's only got 82% of condition, so we just left him out of the squad altogether today. Chiravella starts at defensive midfielder, a player who's played a few games so far this year and has certainly got the potential to come into the squad frame as a fringe player in the next 6 months. We've got Keita and Henderson in the midfield, and Salah and Origi on the wing. We've got Mane's a little bit tired, Salah is as well, but you need one of those players, I think, into the team. And then Bobby Firmino starts up from wanted by Real Madrid for a transfer. I have to see how that happens in January. But should we get on with this? It's a little bit of a weaker team than I'd have liked to face Arsenal, but again, I think we should be alright. The fullback situation does concern me a little bit because with Milner on the left before he struggled, and now we've got Kane on the right, admittedly, but it's not, which isn't his best position. As you can see, by trade, he's really a defensive midfielder and central midfield, but he's still an accomplished wing-back. And we do need a right-back at the moment, of course, because Fabinho's a backup option there, and obviously Joe Gomez is out. And who's the other one? Nathaniel Klein, of course, he's out for a long time. Of course, we played Arsenal once already this season in the Carabao Cup, and we did lose against them 2-1. That actually wasn't on camera. Bernd Leno's been unbeatable in goal recently. Again, hopefully we change that. Herbie Kane appears to have had a run that doesn't really suit him. I think you should spend time. I certainly trust him. He's versatile enough to handle it. Yeah, I think he should be alright. Again, if he does terribly, there's two right backs on the bench that can take that position come half time, let's say. But of course, as I've said before, So far this season, we have not dropped any points at home, so hopefully that continues to stay. Good ball from Herbie Kane all the way in to Origi, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles could have committed a foul here, and it's a penalty. Well, it was the cross from Herbie Kane that led to it, and now we have a penalty. James Milner's going to take it, and we're going to watch this from the director's box. Remember, of course, that Milner has missed his last 2 penalties. Hopefully it's not 3 in a row. Milner shoots, and he takes an early lead against the Gunners. That's crucial. It's Milner's 9th goal of the season. I think probably 6 of those are from penalties, but it doesn't matter. You've got to score them if given the opportunity. And that is a great start from us. An early lead against Arsenal, and nicely, coolly slotted away by Milner. He did go the right way, did Bernd Leno, but he has been beaten in goal. But could this be an early equaliser from Arsenal? I do wonder. Torreira on the edge of the box. Torreira still. Chambers into the box for Kolasinac, and already within a few minutes Arsenal make it 1 each. That's a bit disappointing. They've hit back immediately. Again, Arsenal have had the most possession, it seems. But let's have a look how that come to light then. Callum Chambers being chased by, who was that? Lovren. Lovren a little bit out of position. He ran back in, and it was Kane really that missed his man. Again, I said I was concerned about those right back and left back. But what can you do? Sometimes you just have to stick to your guns, and we might do a little bit better. Who knows? We're going to focus play down the wings though now and be a little bit more direct with our passing, just to see how we get on. We certainly don't want to go behind here, and that's exactly what we could do, but Matip gets that out, and Lacazette agonisingly close. Arsenal clearly on top in this game so far, and this isn't the best thing to see, to be quite honest. But again, we've played a lot of games. I've just alluded to that in the introduction to this episode. This will be our 9th game in 27 days. So we do have to rotate quite a bit at this point, just to make sure that players don't get injured. And that just means that, unfortunately, our first choice don't play sometimes in some positions. That's the way it goes, because one of the problems we've got compared to City have got some solid depth. To be honest, we haven't. If we had an injury crisis, we'd have a real problem. City wouldn't, but Chiravella, looking like a good young player, he's just cut out that Arsenal attack. Could lead to a good counter here. Salah with a really poor shot. Yeah, it was brilliant from Salah, but that was a shocking shot. We're going to tell the lads we just demand a bit more out of them, just to push them to press up the field a little bit and hopefully take a goal. But a 7 out of 10 so far for Chiravella, so he's doing well at defensive midfield, which is what we like to see. We're also going to push by going attacking rather than positive for the last 10 minutes of the half, hopefully to take the lead before half-time. But Chiravella has got us a foul here, and possibly it could be a red card for Dani Ceballos. It was a 2-footed challenge, and as I predicted, well, let's encourage the lad. Chiravella has got a man sent off. Herbie Kane has technically got us a penalty from that cross. Our youngsters aren't doing too bad, but they're down to 10 men at Arsenal now. That'll be a big boost for us. But let's tell the lads, keep going. They're a man down so we can get a result. Ultimately, we're the favourites now. We're going to tell the lads we demand more from them. Just push them to keep going. I don't think we need that direct passing so much now, because we are the team that have got the most men. We've got the man advantage. So really, we shouldn't have too much of a problem. But who knows? We could lose our first points at home. That wouldn't be great. But obviously, you can't see how anybody else is doing, because it is the early kickoff is this. But we really need the 3 points here to keep up in the title race with Man City. Again, if it only ends up in a draw today and Man City win, they could go 11 points clear, which I think could completely end the title race here and now. But Arsenal, a bit of short play. If Arsenal take the lead here, this would be disastrous, especially with them 10 men. But Kane could take that ball. Good stuff from him. Good ball from Salah, but drifts. I don't know what Origi was doing there, just running after the ball, going, oh, I'm all right, I don't get that ball. And Lacazette is one-on-one with Alisson, but Alisson saves. And this is peculiar, because Arsenal are down to 10 men. By all means, we should be not dominating them, but certainly be on top. But it doesn't look like that's happened so far. But Arsenal have committed 11 fouls. They're down to 10 men already. But that's a very good save with Alisson. As it says there, Liverpool look unable to cope with Arsenal. I'm going to tell the lads to show some passion. Get on with it a bit. It does make you wonder what's going on. But maybe that might have the adverse effect. Who knows? We'll soon know what happens. But Torreira with a swinging cross in. Our lads have been fired up by the feedback. Salah's not really offered too much today. So I'm going to bring Sadio Mane on. Although he's probably best on the left, isn't he? Origi's terrible on the right. I didn't realise how bad Origi was on the right. So we'll bring Sadio Mane over onto the right. It's alright, I'm thinking whether to bring either Origi or Firmino off, or leave it as it is at the moment. See if Mane makes a difference on the wing. Hopefully he does, we'll see what happens. But Firmino, back to Milner. Milner central to Keita. Can we take a goal? That would be crucial at this point. Origi Keita. Henderson on the edge of the box. Puts it out wide to Herbie Kane. Herbie Kane cuts inside. Herbie Kane, loses the ball. That's not very good. Lovren, just be cool now. It's a foul. We've got a foul, ladies and gents. Kolasinac. Oh, no penalty. VAR reviewed that tackle. Herbie Kane lost the ball potentially because of a infringement by Kolasinac, but they didn't care in the end. Interesting. Chirivella puts it into Milner. Back to Henderson. Back to Milner. Don't lose the ball here, Hendo, for goodness sake. Keita. We're looking a little bit weak here. I don't know what's going on. Kane, maybe it might be our fullbacks that are missing today, but that's no excuse, really. But Milner with a shot. The two fullbacks combining there. But we still cannot get the breakthrough here against Arsenal. It's squeaky bum time now. And with 20 minutes to go, I think it might be time to change things up a bit. We're going to put Origi up front. We're going to bring Oxlade-Chamberlain on the wing. Change those wingers over. But yeah, apart from that, I'm struggling to see what we can do here. I really am. Maybe creativity in midfield might be a problem. I don't know. Chirivella's been good at defensive mid, but there's only so much he can do at defensive midfield at the moment. We're going to have to go very attacking because if we can only get a point out of this, if we are the team with the man advantage and we only get a point out of this, fingers are going to be pointed at us straight away. So we're going to tell the lads to demand more. We haven't scored since we had that penalty. We're really struggling now. Going to have to bring Lallana on just for a bit of attacking hope, really, just to see what he can do. Again, this is a little bit of a concern. He can go attacking. We'll put the defender. We'll put the we'll put these back to supporting roles rather than automatic. We don't want them to be attacking and lose our defence. That'd be the worst thing if we actually lost some more points here. But another point could be fatal. Could be absolutely fatal for our title hopes. Herbie Kane's going to take the free kick. This is interesting. A little bit worried about this, but Herbie Kane. Ooh, just over the bar. From the young lad. I don't know why he was taking the free kick there, but there you go. I suppose I might not have set up those responsibilities. But Kane, again, seems to have featured quite a bit. The two youngsters combining there. But Chirivella, with a bit of composure, lost the ball, but got it back. Milner to Henderson. Can we get a late winner? That'd be brilliant. But, Arsenal have got the ball back. Here comes a counter from Arsenal. Lacazette's one-on-one with Alisson. And it's just wide. This hasn't been our best game. You might notice that in some of the games recently, we have not played very well at all. A title-winning team gets the results irrespective of how they play. But I don't think we've got what it takes. Again, we've lost 2 points against Bournemouth. It looks like, unless something happens here, that we're going to lose our first points of the season at home, which is a real shame. And, another 2 points dropped. It makes it even worse because Arsenal were down to 10 men. And that's the full-time whistle, ladies and gents. Well, I'm not happy with that. Really not. Alisson gets man of the match, which really shows to me that we just didn't offer anything in attack. And I'm not happy with that at all. Ah, dear. We can't keep dropping points like that again. Another draw. A concern. Arsenal down to 10 men as well, which makes it even worse. As says there, not one of our finest hours. Hopefully the lads are pumped up. And hopefully, A, some results go our way today. And B, we can go and beat Everton. These two games in hand, seriously, are now massively important. Big news on the day, when we drew with Arsenal. Chelsea drew with Watford 0-0. I said Watford could give them a good challenge. Watford playing a good game and Ben Foster getting man of the match. You'll also notice Man City drew with West Ham. I said that could happen, and again, a very good defensive performance from West Ham. So we didn't lose any points, but Tottenham beat Leicester 3-0 in the one disappointing result of the day. With two of their goals coming in the first half and Harry Kane sealing it 52 minutes in. United beat Brighton 2-1, which was really expected. And then yesterday we had wins for Man City and Tottenham, so not so lucky. Chelsea also won, as well as Arsenal and Manchester United. So not much luck. But what I mean is that we've got to produce a result. If we win both our games in hand, we slot in between Tottenham and Manchester United. Drop any points, of course, and we will only be fourth as a maximum. So it's huge, this game and the next game in hand, depending on when that comes, of course. And it looks like that will be the game against Norwich on the 7th. Again, should be a winnable match. And then, of course, after that, two massive matches which we'll have on tomorrow's episode, Manchester United and Tottenham. But before all that, we play against Everton at Anfield. Back to a bog-standard squad, which we're used to today. We've got Alisson in goal. The two full-backs are back with Fabinho in the defensive midfield position with Milner and Oxlade-Chamberlain in the midfield. with the normal wingers and Bobby Firmino up front. Glad to go back to that normal squad, and hopefully it's a team good enough to beat Everton today at home. And as I said, unfortunately, we dropped our first points at home against Arsenal. I think that we are better than Everton. I'm hoping that we are, and I'm pretty confident against Everton. I don't actually know where they are in the league at the moment. I'll have a look at where they are in the league now. They are in 13th, so not the best start for Everton whatsoever, but they'll give it their all, believe me, in this match against us today. And I'm not going to reveal anything, but there might well be a few dealings that have gone on between now and the next episode. Because, of course, the transfer window is open, and that was so close to Mane making it an early lead. There we go. Yeah, but we might bring 1 or 2 players in. Nothing massive, so don't get too excited. But we might well bring 1 or 2 players in for depth reasons in the next few weeks. Of course, the transfer window is open, and we have struggled a little bit with some injuries throughout the season. So I want to bring a few depth players in throughout the next few weeks. But you might see that we don't sign anyone. We might well do. You might have to find out. But a very good start from us. 9 shots for all them on target. Everton not having 1 shot yet. So our tactic of attack is clearly working. But they're only 16 minutes in. So it's not like Everton have been completely dominated. But very good from Fabinho to win the ball back from Moise Kean there. He potentially could have started a counter-attack. Good ball from Alexander-Arnold into the box. Coleman gets it out for now. Only temporarily though, because Robertson's back on the ball. Fabinho and Milner exchanging a few passes. Alexander-Arnold out on the wing, puts it into Mane. Oh, just over the bar. Headed it over the bar. Blimey, that was a good header from there to get it over the bar. But 10 shots, 67% of possession so far. Very impressive. Good start from us. Lovely pass. 60 yards from Fabinho to Robertson to Mane. Back to Robertson. Decent tackle by Mina for Everton. Moise Kean, he's the only man up there. They seem to be struggling attackingly wise. But great stuff from Chamberlain to wing it back from Michael Keane. Milner on the edge of the box. Milner being pressured by Michael Keane. But Salah with a shot. And, Firmino gets it. Firmino! Yes, it's a goal after all that calamity. We make it 1-0 against Everton. 14 shots, bloody hell. You'll see the calamity here that took place. It all started with Moise Kean losing the ball all the way up there. It was actually Michael Keane losing the ball. They really seem to be struggling from an attacking standpoint. Too many players back. Mo Salah had the shot originally. Come off the post. Pickford got a bit confused. Firmino tried to slide it into the net. Pickford was going, I really need to get this. And I bet the 4th attempt, Firmino finally put it into the back of the net. But Everton aren't looking too good from an attacking standpoint. I think our bit of a lower defensive line is also helping us out as well here. We've only their 1 striker option again. They've got 5 at the back, 2 wing backs. But I suppose it's not all over for Everton just yet. So I wouldn't get too cocky or complacent. But good stuff. Straight from the kickoff. Good ball to Alexander-Arnold. Salah. Can we make a direct impact after the kickoff? Unfortunately, not just on that occasion. Digna clears to safety. We're back on the attack again. This is great stuff to see. Real domination against Everton and hopefully 3 points. Just to make sure that the memories of losing points against Arsenal are wiped off the table. Good ball from Mane to Alexander-Arnold and very nearly, I think probably Alexander-Arnold's first goal of the season, but not quite there. 16 shots for us, 5 of those on target. We are absolutely dominating at the moment. So into the box and Matip, and just over the bar again. Again, I'm a little bit concerned that we are having the shots and not finishing them off, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have the shots than not have the shots, simply put. If we're not having the shots, we're not scoring the goals. So it's all about luck sometimes. 19, 6 of those on target, so the keeper's done fairly well to keep some of them out. Good ball to Robertson. Now to Mane, shoots! Oh, how did he not finish that? But Firmino again! I don't know, Mane can be credited with the assist there, but there you go. Yeah, another goal from a rebound from Firmino, and it could well be a hat-trick for him today, but it looks like a very good start for us against Everton. To be quite honest, unless Everton book their ideas up in terms of an attacking standpoint, they are well out of this game. A good half volley from Mane, just off the post though, but Firmino finishes it off. It's very rare that Firmino actually gets to finish the chances. It's usually the other way around. Firmino usually gifting the other players goals from his standpoint. But again, we're half an hour in here. Still no shot for Everton. Can that change in this highlight? Coleman on the wing. Back central to Gabamin. Fabian Delph. Out wide to Digna. Digna into the box. Good clearance by Van Dijk. Are we going to get this out all together? Looks like we are. Good ball from Milner to Salah. That's probably the most threatening Everton have been so far. Salah shoots and Pickford tips it wide. Don't really think he needed to there. I think that was going wide, but still, in 33 minutes, 34 minutes it'll be now. That, ladies and gents, is our 24th shot. And that is our 25th shot. Mane scores, but I think that one's offside. The ref has blown his whistle. Yeah, the goal's offside. I could see that from a mile away. But still, 3-0 would have been very impressive. And a real nice way to come back after that demoralising draw against Arsenal. But just shows to the league, look, this is what we can do. We can dominate. 25 shots already within 36 minutes. That, with our Tier 1 squad, is mighty impressive. Back in again. And it could have been a penalty. He's blown his whistle as the referee. Chikadiri, is it Chikadiri? Chakadiri is the player who is committed the offence. And because he's on a hat-trick, Firmino gets to take the penalty. No, it's not. Well, missed the penalty there. We've missed a few of those this season. But the good thing is that we're winning penalties on a regular basis. Again, it could be a free goal, supposedly, but we've missed one in the last two. We've missed quite a few this year, which is a little bit of a concern. But luckily on this occasion, I don't think it will be pivotal because 27 shots, they've actually got their first shot. 2 shots and one of those on target. But very good play from us so far. 2-0 up, it looks like it's going to be at half-time. It looks like we could have had more. It could have been 3 or 4, obviously, with the penalty. A few missed chances as well. And again, as I said, it could well be 3 or 4, which gives us confidence going to the second half. But we don't want to blow all that. So we really want to take advantage while we're on top. Great ball from Fabinho to Sadio Mane. Out wide to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson into the box. Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Trent Alexander-Arnold. I did say earlier that it could have been his first goal of the season. It finally is from the right back. Very nice strike from the youngster. And the 2 fullbacks combining to make it 3-0 before half-time. Everton fans are going to be a bit cheesed off. It's a big derby, is this? The Merseyside derby, of course. And Everton are getting absolutely battered. 3-0 before half-time. Match over, as far as I'm concerned. We're going to just tell the lads, don't get complacent, because that could very easily happen. And I've seen Leeds, of course, a few years ago with the Crystal Palace game, we were 3-0 up and Crystal Palace brought it back to 3-3. It is not out of the question that Everton could come back and get a result here. You just never know, do you? Anyway, Pickford out to Chikadiri. Chikadiri, 4-0. Ouch. Firmino gets his hat-trick. And that is about the easiest goal you could get. Everton are in 14th at the moment. They look like a very poor team compared to that team. And our work rate is fantastic. Let's have a look at this. Pickford puts it out to Chikadiri, or Chakadiri, and he just doesn't care. Firmino, he tried to slow things down. Firmino wasn't having any of that. And a brilliant hat-trick from the forward, and a great match for us so far. 4-0 to the Reds, and this looks like a great opportunity just to rest a few players. Andy Robertson look a little bit tired. So even though Milner doesn't like that position, again, he's going to have to play left-back with Naby Keita coming into the team in that ball-winning midfielder. Box-to-box midfielder state. And Sadio Mane is a little bit tired as well, so we'll give Lallana a bit of a run-out rather than Divock Origi on this occasion. Might have to see how this highlight goes, might have to change that. Good ball from Robertson to Salah. Salah can't quite get to it for the moment. Very poor clearance though from Digna there. Everton look completely bemused and gutted, but Firmino could have had his 4th there. Fabinho though, not Firmino. Milner. Fabinho. Or Fabinho, that's the one. Chamberlain to Alexander-Arnold out wide. Cuts inside a little bit, puts the ball into Mane, shoots, and it's just over the bar. That, ladies and gents, is our 33rd shot of the day. The double substitution takes place there, though. 4-0. Be very nice in terms of our goal difference, this would be. I suppose equally as nice. We can score some more and, of course, keep Everton out. Clean sheet would be very nice, but Pickford gathers the ball easily from that 35th shot. We could be very easily on for 40 or 50 shots today, which would be absolutely magnificent. But let's have a look. Can Everton get 1 or 2 back? Very good from Fabinho. Everton just looked lacklustre. Completely out of energy. Lallana from Salah. Salah in the box, 1-on-1. Pickford saves. And oh my goodness me. Yerry Mina very nearly puts it in his own net. No surprise that Chakadiri comes off the pitch. It's a disastrous game. Of course, giving away that penalty, which fortunately for Everton wasn't capitalised on by us. But of course, he gave that 4th goal away. And that was the real final nail in the coffin for Everton. But you simply never know. I've seen more ridiculous things happen than this. Than Everton coming back into this game. Lucas Digna. Sigurdsson. Don't know why Sigurdsson's that far back, but there you go. Great pressure being put on by our lads. It's what I love about our lads. We're 4-0 up. Most teams just go, whatever. But our lads, no chance of that. We're just fighting to see if we can claw everything out of this game we can. But Milner, I think, might well have conceded a penalty here. He's usually the one who takes the penalties, but James Milner has conceded a penalty at left-back. Looks a little bit overworked at left-back, and left-back being one of the positions I want to strengthen in the next few months, because we haven't got anybody at left-back, funnily enough. We just haven't. We've got Milner, we've got Robertson. If Robertson goes for 6 months, panic stage. As you can see, Milner, he does as well as he could to transition into that position, but ultimately, there's not much else he could do. He does a professional job, but again, you're going to struggle in a position that you're not particularly keen on. We're going to bring a centre back on. Actually, no, we're not. They're not tired at all. We'll put Fabinho at right back because Alexander-Arnold is tired, and we'll bring Jordan Henderson on as a defensive midfielder for the final 15 minutes of the game. The only annoying thing is that we have conceded 1 goal. We're going to encourage the lads, though, to still go at it. That's actually frustrated them, but we're going to go very attacking, just see if we can get 1 more goal out of this. 38 shots for our lads, a much better game than the one against Arsenal. We've really turned up today, and this is really a case of we needed the 3 points. Looks like we got them with some relative ease, but of course that's it for December. We've entered January now with this game, and we'll have to see how January goes, but the season will be over before you know. Great ball from Chamberlain to Lallana. Lallana finishes it to potentially make it our 6th for the day, but VAR rules that one out again for offside. Shane Pickford out to Digna. Can Everton get one back? Make a 4-1 a 4-2, which isn't too disgraceful, or can we make it 5-1? Gabamin. We've really pressured him. Good ball from Keane up to Richarlison, who hasn't had a touch today. I don't know if he's come on late, but I haven't seen Richarlison's name in lights at all. Delph back to Pickford. Firmino nearly cuts that one out. Seamus Coleman. Again, we've had 40 shots. That's mighty impressive. Tom Davies. Alex Iwobi. I mean, some of these names in this squad are not to be frowned upon. Very solid squad, and that just shows how well we've done today to dominate Everton. Delph to Digna. Back to Michael Keane. Michael Keane puts it central. Panics, though. Gives it straight to Adam Lallana. Lallana to Milner. Can he make up for his mistake earlier of conceding the penalty? Milner running across the line, but Tom Davies gets it back. I think this is really just a ticking exercise for ticking it down to the full-time whistle. But let's have a look. Mina to Delph. I mean, the result's not going to change now. We've got the 3 points. There's 5 seconds left. As I think we're just ticking down the clock now. And that's the final whistle. And it's showing the offside goal. But I'm not fussed about that. We win the game 4-1. And that was much better than the Arsenal game. Which makes you wonder why we couldn't play like that against Arsenal. I guess we didn't have our full-strength team. But really, a fantastic individual performance from Roberto Firmino. Good performance from the team. And we keep pace with the other teams, which, of course, is what matters. But in tomorrow's episode, it's going to be a big one, so make sure you come along for that one. Man United and Tottenham at home. Of course, 2 of the games we lost this season were those games early on in the season away from home, so hopefully we can do it at home. 2 games in the space of 4 days. It's going to be a real squeeze. And then after that, we have a 5-game run, and then we have Bayern Munich. This is a pretty nasty run, by the way. Bayern Munich, Leicester, Chelsea, Man City, and Bayern Munich again. Yeah, it's going to be pretty nasty. But then after that, things start to look a little bit rosier in the Premier League. Maybe up to that May period, but the Champions League, of course, could affect that. And the FA Cup, which is our next match. Then we face Norwich, and then we are back tomorrow with the game against Manchester United. But if you've enjoyed that, folks, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for daily FM20 content. But apart, I'm getting all my words wrong today. But apart from that, thank you very much for your company, and I'll see you guys later on. Goodbye for now.